Jack Barrel with the deep dive, reverse engineering craft with a keen eye. I'm embodying characteristics of the mystic. He knows he's so veridic. I just need time alone with my own thoughts. Storm maps in my mind with the false lock. My childlike wonder, my cosmic honesty gets drowned out by blackouts and policy. Reality is catching up with me. My mind fights the veil of secrecy. With these briefings they entrusted me, looking down on the classified feeds like no one else should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count the disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm flipping off the cowards. Till then, that the truth is ours. Cosmic prowlers lost in majestic thousands and CIA towers. They said we were the abomination of science fiction, but now the fat man check the transmission. And at the end of the day, I'm exposing this. You know damn well y'all feeling this. I don't need your clearance, I got my own dish. I don't know how I trip, I know what's in that ship. How's the truth doing? It's surviving. I was watching life move, now I'm diving. Where the craze at? Where they hide? Death. Jumping out my program, truth off my chest. Truth off my chest. You got the power and let the secrets go. What you know about rolling with the grays in the night? Stephen Greer dropping truth, exposing every light. Bob Lazar in the game, know what the craft can do. Anna Paulina in the house, grilling every crew. Eric Davis on the mic, talking for aliens. Demons when the whistleblowers speak, governments fall to their knees. Sightings in the sky, better take another look. I feel like I'm floating in the cosmic truth. Ay, UFO news dropping now. Welcome to the proof.
The data, Eric Burdison. The data confirms their presence.
Hey guys, hope everyone's doing good today. I am like highly medicated right now. Got like a cold or some type of symptoms right now. And I'm dealing with that madness as I trying to get my stuff together. So let's just let's try to work through this. Hopefully I don't sneeze during this episode, and we can get through this with no sneezing or coughing or hacking up lung. So that's the premise, right? So let's do this. Let's change it up here. Yeah, I hope everyone's tuning in. I hope everyone's doing good today. Live from a cave in Florida. That's how I'm doing it, right? So let's do like that. Getting a little last final adjustments here. Hope you guys don't mind. Let's see here. See if we can get a Ryan online here and work that system.
Hello, Sir Knight.
Hey buddy, can I get the news in the global news around the world today?
Absolutely. Here's a quick rundown of some of today's global headlines. Around the world, wildfires are currently blazing across parts of France and Spain, forcing thousands of people to evacuate their homes. In France, there's even been a rare fire cloud phenomenon as the heat intensifies. Quite interesting. On another front, tensions around the Caspian Sea are escalating. Ukraine has reportedly struck Iranian supply lines, adding a new dimension to the ongoing conflicts in the area. Meanwhile, in the US, there's been a tragic shooting at a Seattle food festival, and authorities are currently investigating the incident. And right in your area in Clearwater, officials are moving forward with a 30-year contract with Duke Energy, despite ongoing concerns over rising electric bills. Just something to keep an eye on. If there's anything else you'd like to dive into, just let me know.
Yeah, no problem.
Anytime.
No problem. Okay, so let's get into some UFO stuff, and we're gonna get through that. So I did had a segment here before I approved it on my Reddit forums, and I did do that. So let's work on that, right? I hope everyone's doing good today. What's going on, Snyder? All right, so hey, what's going on, 758? How you doing today? Fidel Gamer, what's going on? I do apologize for anybody else on the platforms. I just got my Ninja social media thing up and running. So if you said something I didn't respond, just put it back in the comments. What's going on, Gamer Zero? What is going on, brother? Alright, so let's see here. I do got the Reddit forums. We got some new subscribers on here on following on the blog. I appreciate you guys joining and following here. So we currently have 17 visitors, 23 contributions, and it's going. Okay, so let's see. This one is right here. Alright, so this one literally came across the my form here. I figured I'd do the Reddit form first. I hope you guys enjoy. What's going on, Angela? Baby doll. So I'm a little sick, man. That's why I took off yesterday. I'm not going into work tomorrow. I'm too much. So let's see here. Okay, so this one is basically is that human, right? That's the statement. Now the problem with this one is it's at the very beginning of the it's at the very beginning of the footage here that you see it right across the corner here. Let me do this. Let me try to open it up more here. It's literally right here. You guys are gonna see it real close. What it does appear to be very strange. Right there, those few seconds. You can see it. It's like I can blow it up a little bit more here for you guys to see it here. What's going on, Mick? How you doing, Kronos? So it's right here. I'm gonna play it one more time so you guys see that. See if you blow it back. To be honest with you, it does look like I don't know what the hell that is. So, top of someone's head, I guess? A rooster's head? That's weird, dude. That is weird. So I'm going to do it one more time so you guys can see it. No, never right now, Einstein, buddy. 6421. It looked like what they did was the camera activated when whoever this is walking by. But there's not much information on this thing besides is that human, which is a split second. Everybody's like complaining, it's like, well, it would help if you told us that you could shorten this footage a lot more, because it's like about a minute here on this footage, right? If we go to the original post, right? We go through the original post. You can see right here, there's not much more explanation. Making sure to just watch the first 2 seconds. The video is way too long. Nothing happens after that. Update: we found a deceased baby Reddit near our porch, and now the hawk theory is sounding most likely. My doorbell camera went off this morning. Usually the simple safe video starts recording as someone walks up the path to the door, but it looks like they came from our brush range and doorbell. The brush right across here on the side, that's what they're talking about. Someone walked on the path to the door, but it looks like it came from the brush range from the doorbell. Looks like a short person, kid, but now I'm thinking, could it be some kind of animal? You can only see them at the very beginning of the video for a second. I never saw anything leave after the doorbell rang. So that is just strange. Just straight up strange. So I'm gonna prove that. Looks like I sent it a few times. Alright, so this one comes from UFO recording near Isabella Airport during an ongoing airspace violation event reported by pilots. This happened, looks like January 26th. Alright, let's see if it doesn't have any audio. If it does, I can't hear it. Now, if we can blow this up so you guys get to see the phenomenon a little bit better. I'm gonna blow it up like that too, because I am on widescreen too. So all right, so they did the inverting light. See how it shows. You know what's weird about these phenomenons, right, is that a lot of these new phenomenons coming across the footage nowadays are looks like coral reef, like pieces of coral reef floating, because they don't have a direct what's going on, Uncle Jay? What is going on, buddy? Let me do that. Where are you?
Uncle Jay's live podcast has arrived. Bigfoot's here too. Ready to rock this show. Let's go.
Ooh, I got a cold shiver. Alright, so this one right here, this location, let's see what it says in the location. Isabella Airport. So a lot of these footages, it looks like it's this coral reef, man. It's rare, a flying coral reef. It doesn't have a really direct dimensional features to it. It doesn't correspond to anything we use in the fly, right? And if it's a bunch of balloons, man, I mean, this is super strange, right? This video was recorded 7:43 a.m. on January 26, 2025, just a few miles away from the Sabia Airport in Tulsa. On January 26, 2025, pilot reports an unidentified flying objects in low altitude collision warning alarm in Istanbul Airport airspace. The alarm involves a TCAS traffic collision avoidance system. Triggers near Istanbul Airport in Istanbul. Those alarms will continue until 28th. So this fucker was basically, I didn't get around to do it yet, man. I've been sick and dealing with kids. So if this was a pack of balloons, the alarm system would not go off, I don't think. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. So that is inherently kind of weird, right? So we are working on that. So that is a trip, right, guys? Weird. I don't have a final decision on that. It's all around weird. As far as what they're catching here. We did catch a few saves. What's that? Comment above. comment above. Uncle Jay, you might have to just retype it, buddy. Alright, so that's unusual. It actually comes from let's see, this traffic news report. Let me put this over comp. This is only in I believe a 3D illustration photograph, alien spaceship flying together with airplane. This is only an illustration, guys. Don't freak out. Only an illustration, nothing, not actual footage. Air, sea, land search yield no results. Upon receiving warning, pilot immediately informed air traffic controllers, leading to coordinated search efforts in the air, at sea, and on land. While some pilots speculate that the alarm could be caused by a drone or a ship at sea, search team found no conclusive evidence. Radio transmission between pilots and air traffic control revealed urgency of the situation. One pilot reported, on a final approach at 300 feet, we received a traffic alert. It could be a drone or another aircraft. For your information, the control tower responded, indicated that the similar warnings have been reported earlier, sir, and we have been dealing with this for the past 2.5 hours. Several flights before you also received this warning. We have reported it to coastal authorities. The pilot then added, we see descending traffic 500 feet below us. It appears as an unidentified traffic on our systems. It is now 5 miles ahead of us. We also received this warning on our previous flight. UFO panic reached Istanbul. So the unexplained traffic warning comes amidst a rising UFO concerns in the United States. In December, mystery lights believed to be linked to the swarm of drones caused by public alarm in New Jersey, prompting political debates and federal investigations similar to sightings over New York led to an official inquiry. No conclusions were reached. So that's pretty cool, right? That was happening in Istanbul same time that the New Jersey drones, that's what it's referencing, the New Jersey drone, if you guys are not familiar. Incidents with the swarms over there. So that in itself is pretty interesting, right? Maybe that.
Thank you for your heart.
Yeah. So that is pretty interesting. I hope you guys are excited with what's coming on the 31st of this Friday. Hopefully I'll get my crap together by then and we don't have to deal with the sickness. I'm taking a lot of medication right now. I'm shivering, which is so exciting. So exciting, I tell you what. I'm so excited. Woo! Fuck. Ugh. I hate being sick. Absolutely hate being sick. Alright, so that one is pretty interesting, right? Airport. It looks like a freaking like I said, it looks like a coral reef. Doesn't have formation. It's pretty odd, right? We have this other one. It says OVNI. So if you guys are not familiar, OVNI is another word for UFO, but in Spanish. So OVNI. Some people call it OVNI. I call it OVNI. Some people call OVNI. OVNI. So whatever floats your boat. You see it's OVNI. So that is UFO in Spanish. Alright, so let's see what catches this footage right here and see what they're broadcasting and what they initially catch. So it does look like a live feed. You see it right there in the mist. There it is, it goes. You can barely see it. They're just going to slow it down for you guys. It looks like basically the same stuff we're getting in the file drops, right? Basically a orb or a sphere flying around. Nothing pretty crazy so far. So that one is that happened in Brazil. The only reason I'm saying Brazil is because initially it's initially let me go to the original the post here. See if we can't. All right, let me translate this sucker. So we can get it translated. Reposting my earlier post because many people have difficulty seeing the object in the video. It actually quite fast and small. I was able to see it because I'm watching it on a TV. On a phone, you have to put a horizontal full screen, increase the brightness to see it better. On YouTube, the quality has be 280. It appears exactly at 444 seconds. While I was watching a game live and I noticed a light passing by the camera panned out and show the weather around the stadium. I noticed that the light at the time, but didn't think much of it. Looking closer, it doesn't seem to be anything extraordinary, and I think it's just a camera reflection. I'm only reposting because I already made the post before and just wanted to bring the object up for discussion. I don't know. All right, let me try to catch up with the comments here and get my notification on and put the volume up. Do apologize if you commented and I didn't hear you. Let's see here. Okay. We in the UK, B-1 bomber at RAAF Laken Health, ready for Iran. I hear you. I hear you. What else comments? A lot of people come by. I appreciate you guys dropping by and hanging out with me here. Why this feel like a steaming pile of poop. So I've been well, I'm here half dying, right? I was modifying some modifications. I finally decided to print out Royal Air Force. Oh, I see. Smoothie. Cool. Oh, okay.
Hey,
So,
how much are you guys talking with Stephen Miller these days?
Regularly. Yeah, he's running into problems though. The deep state's blocking a lot of this stuff that the president's trying to get to.
How do you get past that?
Well, there's some legislation that moved on some whistleblower stuff that was in one of the bills. So I hope maybe that'll help clear up a lot of it. But it's a fist fight. It's been that way since 1947, and we're not going to do it overnight.
Does he now get Trump at the table a little bit more in these talks?
Oh, he's in it. He's in it, but he's the one that's being denied. I mean, the deep state is real. It crosses party lines, and it's crooked as a dog's leg.
Hey, have a good August.
You too, brother.
yeah, that sounds about right. I don't get these people that are left and right, dude. I don't get it, man. It's like both are crooked. Both are crooked as hell. I don't get it. Something odd. Too much USA military around 20 F-35. Interesting. So I'm gonna prove that. Alright, so this one, this was interesting, right? Alright, so this deep sea camera footage shows a massive unknown species of Isopod killing a small shark. So let me open that up and see what you guys see here. So initially when they did this, it was that is interesting, right? I'm gonna put that on a loop so we can see it on a loop. I can't make that out. I know, I see the fish, but what is that? Okay, there it is. I see it now. You know what that actually looks like? One of those massive potato, deep sea potato crabs. Yeah. If you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, let me put it up. See if I'm pronouncing it right here. Going on, Parrot? How you doing, buddy? If they said something earlier, bro, I do apologize. I am like sick, and damn, I typed in Parrot. I typed in Parrot. I was gonna type in Parrot. What was it? Damn, man, I'm all types of messed up. I just typed in some food salad. Alright, so this right here is basically footage, deep sea camera footage showing a massive unknown species of isopod killing a small shark. So let me put that on a loop. I don't know why it stopped. You can see how it's floating across here, and that shark is getting the brunt of that. See right there? So what that looks like to me, let's get it right enough for a second here. Hey, what's what's that was it like it's a deep sea, and it's like I think it's a turtle pod or something like that. It lives really underneath. It has a huge set shell, and it's probably big and deep to sea.
Sounds like those giant turtle lounger pods. Big shell-shaped canopy beds that look like a turtle's back. They're cozy hideaways, not actual deep-sea creatures. You seen one in a video or store?
Yeah, can you give me the link to that?
I can't send emails myself.
I don't need a link. I don't need a link.
Oh my gosh, it's huge! It's so squishy!
Got it. No
Dude,
link needed.
Dude, you just sent me a giant old turtle, bro. I need the creature, the sea creature. You didn't send me a video of a lady walking inside a bed turtle. Bro,
I didn't send any.
You had a link. You had a leopard link. I pressed it.
Yeah, I gave you that link earlier. Did it open up a video of the turtle lounger?
Dude, it's a lady.
Oh my gosh, it's huge! It's so squishy!
Oh my god, dude. Look at what you sent me, dude. Does this look like a sea creature?
That's the lounger pod I linked. It's shaped like a giant turtle shell for people to sit inside.
Dude,
not a real sea creature.
Dude, I'm going to poke your little eyes out and feed you to the crabs. I'm talking about a real sea creature, and you send me a bed lounge thing. Hyperlink. Oh my god. Can you please give me a hyperlink to the tripod creature that has a shell in deep sea?
It's the tripod fish, Bathypteroas grallator, that stands on 3 long fins.
I swear to God, if you send me the same link again...
No shell, though. That's why I thought turtle earlier. Here's a good video.
This...
TikTok.com.
Thank you for our heart.
Used to play those... Yeah, this guy. This guy is messing with me. I think he's fucking with me, dude. He's definitely messing with me. I know, ain't that hilarious? We're talking about deep sea. No, that's not a creature, man. It has a turtle shell. It has a shell. It has a whole bunch of legs at the bottom. It eats stuff on the ground. It's a scavenger. It eats rotten crap off the ground like a crab. It has a huge shell. When creatures come up to it, it turns into a shell. It protects itself. Hey, look at that. Look at that, guys. Finished doing that. I got so much stuff on the screen.
That matches the giant isopod. Hard shell.
That's the one,
tons of legs.
Isopod. Send me the link to the Isopod, please.
Here's a clear video of the giant isopod. YouTube.com. Copy and paste it wherever you need.
I swear, if it's a big bed turtle thing, I'm going to poke your little eyes out. The hyperlink doesn't work, bro. The hyperlink doesn't work.
Try this one from Noah. It's the real giant isopod swimming down to the seafloor. YouTube.com. Copy and paste it if the click doesn't work.
Alright, so this is what I believe it is. Okay? This is what I believe it is. That is what I believe that what we're seeing here, right? How big does these isopods get?
They get up to about 20 inches long, roughly the size of a small cat or a large dinner plate. The biggest confirmed ones are around that, though wild.
Take care, Uncle Jay.
You too, have a good one.
Alright, so how big do these things get? So this is like a baby shark. Are they inherently aggressive?
They top out around 16 to 20 inches long, so yeah, baby shark size in length, but nowhere near as bulky. They're not aggressive to humans at all. Slow scavengers that mostly eat dead stuff on the seafloor.
Do they curl in a ball?
Yeah, they do. When threatened, giant isopods curl up into a tight ball, using their hard shell for protection, just like a pill bug or armadillo.
There's this little slower motion you can see. So I guess like when it tried to close into a ball, it caught this thing in between its him trying to close in a ball, and the shark got stuck in between it. Pretty wild.
That's a wild clip if the shark got pinned while it was curling up. Got a link to the video so I can see what happened?
Yeah, I do, but I want to go to the comments, see if someone already came to those conclusions. Big enough to be domesticated, enjoy the public masses. Can we eat it? The real question. So tasty, buttery. Talk about the feeder. Okay. Man, this is random comments, man.
People have tried eating them. Some say the meat tastes like crab or lobster, especially in Asian ramen or sushi spots, though others call it foul, and there's not much meat on them. No one's domesticating them for the masses, though, since they need freezing cold, deep-sea pressure to survive, and can't live in a normal tank or home setup.
Nice. Make sure I got you off. Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, so this one right here, current recording in São Paulo. I believe that's in Brazil. I gotta see what. Gotta translate. There are never any stars on the horizon line. As soon as we saw it, it was clearly bright than any star. I don't know what the hell that is. A rolling bug. Yes, sir. A crunch, crunch, crunch. Pirate. That's right. Roly-poly bugs. Forgot card that. Laugh out loud. One of the most be 6 feet to 8 feet. Yeah, man, that's definitely Pretty weird. Let me open this up so you guys can see it. That is definitely a nice image, right? Thank you for the gift, Scorpio. Appreciate it, brother. So yeah, that is definitely pretty weird here, man. That is definitely one of those situations where it's nice orange, consistent. It's not moving like it should. If it was a helicopter, no blinkers on it. Typically you see blinkers on a helicopter. And it's a solid one. There's a part here at the beginning of it that looks like it spit out something. Look at when it comes back. It's like something flickered off. See that? It's like little red not red spots, like a little orange little pieces are falling off of this thing. You might not be able to see it in the lower res. Like little sparkies comes off of this thing. Probably right now you don't see it, but when you turn back around you can see it. It's definitely pretty weird phenomenon, right? Yeah, that's pretty neat. Alright, so let's go back. Get that across, right? So that was in Brazil. I initially did that twice. Let me close that one. Alright, so this is a crash retrieval from a forbidden zone of Grand Canyon. I think we reviewed this yesterday and we talked about there's zones in the Grand Canyon that you're just not allowed to go into, right? People go missing. People they can't retrieve the bodies. They don't initially try to investigate to get the body back. It's like a lost zone, right? As far as what they talk about, right? So it's definitely one of those situations where if you go missing there, they're just not going to retrieve you. That's just the nature of the beast, right? With one of these locations. It's pretty sad. It's pretty wild. So let you guys know about that. Okay, so Snoop Dogg's Day tried DMT once and never planned to do it again after the experience. Let's see how this goes.
New shit called DMT.
Nope.
You been fucking with that?
I hit it one time.
How was that?
That shit was like a nigga died and was dead and then came back and looked at itself dead and was like, okay, I done seen death, I'm cool.
That's what everyone says.
Yeah.
Do you believe that you're like seeing God when you see DMT?
Not God, I said death.
Oh shit.
Nigga felt like, I was like, and then I stood up and was looking at myself dying like, man, what the fuck is you doing? Do not hit that motherfucker one more time. You want another one? Bitch, I'm done.
Wait, you said you saw your own body?
Yes.
I
stepped out of my body and looked down at myself for like about 25 seconds. Then when I come out of it, I was like, my fingers and shit was like, and I was like, this is not for me.
This is not for me. No. That's funny. That's so funny, dude. Well, at least he knows his stopping point, right? That's so funny, dude.
They gave me some new shit called DMT.
Nope.
You've been
Oh, I did this.
They gave me some new shit called DMT.
Nope.
You've been fucking with that?
I hit it one time.
How was that?
That shit was like a nigga died and was dead and then came back and looked at itself dead and was like, okay, I done seen death, I'm cool.
That's what everyone says.
I'm just looking like...
Do you believe that you're like seeing...
I'm like trying to get this. Snoop, if that's really you, throw up West Side for me. Jessica. Oh, Jessica. Yeah, that's funny, man. He was like, that's not for me. I think that's his, that is hilarious. He totally took that to the head and was like, no, DMT's not for me. That's something that I'm not going to experience. Alright, we did cover this footage. This is really odd here. Let's see what's on the new popular segment here before we go. Typically, the popular segments do have things that have been voted up on Reddit. What industry is secretly on the verge of collapsing, but people outside of it hasn't noticed it yet? This is what a pyramid used to look like. They were covered with polished white limestone and had a peak made of pure gold. So I don't know why that was posted. That makes no sense, guys. Let me bring this down. Yeah, I had to crop him in, man, because he had the stuff on his hand and he was doing, doing the smoky pool thing. So I had to like crop it in quite a bit. Let's see here. Why that is a traffic light in the sky, right? Right? It's definitely pretty odd. So, some guy said he smashed a Portuguese tart. I asked what was her name. He got really offensive and blocked. Interesting, Boom. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to go through segments here and see if there's any UFO related stuff. To be honest with you guys, I'm trying to keep it on topic. I hope you guys appreciate that. Alright, so if it's weird science, I'm into it. This science blends diverse chemical elements from reactions generated by mesmerizing visuals with materialized with a single drop of water. Actually, that looked really darn cool. As using elements. Alright. Let's see here. Alone by car. Okay. I see what's in my feed with news. And then it definitely looks like it's streamed out some official stuff here. A run of missile Trump halts Iran. Alright, it doesn't look like the feed is giving us what is one, which is fine, right? Because throughout the day, I do search. UFO was captured on camera during the live broadcast of SpaceX. Now, here's the thing. I see the image. This is 7:30. It's at 8:44. They had a picture earlier at 7:30, and it was only a picture. I could not find the footage, so I'm hoping this has.
It didn't look like we lit all 13 engines that we were planning for that initial landing burn. We were targeting a softer splashdown, and
that's it.
That's
it right there.
A bit of velocity still, so
that's the guy.
Landing velocity did look a little bit high, but really cool to make it all the way back this time to that landing burn. We'll dig in, figure out how to turn on all those engines, and then get to a full landing soon.
Did you guys see that? I'm hoping you guys see that. I'm going to replay it again, okay? I'm going to replay it again. If you guys on Spotify and listening, it's going to be on the Reddit forum of UFO Exophiles with SpaceX. It's at the, what is it, the 22-second mark here on the footage. But I'm going to replay it again. Black Knight Satellite, DC, I hear you. People are on it, man. People know this stuff, bro.
It didn't look like we lit all 13 engines that we were planning for that initial landing burn. We were targeting a softer splashdown, and as you saw, it came in with quite a bit of velocity still. So landing velocity did look a little bit high, but
if someone argues that, hey, this is something that fell off the craft, it's not spinning, it's consistent, it's not like it's coming off, spinning off the craft. It doesn't seem like none of that, right? It's solid. It stays its orbit or trajectory right here. It doesn't quite move. The only thing is moving in this footage is the rocket, right? So this food for thought when you're looking at this.
Really cool to make it all the way back this time to that landing burn. We'll dig in, figure out how to turn on all those engines, and then get to a full landing soon.
Through the doors, a lot of people wanted to stay outside and hear the boom, and so
there it is right there. Later on, you can still see it. That's really remarkable.
It's pretty great to see a ship in space, and everybody's super excited down here.
That's right. And as guaranteed, it has been an awesome day so far. All this action in just 9 minutes now. And objectives.
That is incredible. That was the live feed from SpaceX. It's going to be more obvious, man. I mean, these things are around all the time, right? If you can just have it on, and just play it, you know. I know, like with the live feed with NASA, right? The ISS. If you guys are familiar, they have the ISS live footage all the time on YouTube. You can actually put it on your big screen and just look at. And they got some nice music too. It's like relaxing, hotel music. Yeah, food for thought. I don't know if that'd be your guys' thing or whatever. But you definitely can get to see some wild, weird stuff. I was seeing some weird stuff today. I recorded on my pad, the one that I get all the wording and stuff here at the bottom here. Yeah, that looks weird, right? What's going on, Amanda? What? That a traffic light? Yeah. So I'm gonna share this into the community here and post it. I did select the community, so that's uploading right now. So let's go back to the home page, see what else we get here. A UFO sphere frequently emerges from the hill after a bright light appears. Alright, so we did cover this one a while back, right? And it's right there. You can see it very clear. Now this one, I believe, was in Mexico when they caught this thing. And it does travel right across the brush and travels up. So, and they have another one initially. Let's see where it is. He zoomed out. What's going on, Amanda? So, this is definitely one of those situations where we get to see this. Now, the same thing emerges in a state park. They wind up having 4K footage of the same kind of object thrown across mountainsides. It looks the same exact way. So I don't know if that's man-made. I don't know if that's spaceship or whatever may be the case, right? But it does. Good evening, Tabitha. I hope you're doing good today.
Tabitha has arrived.
I told you I'd make it!
Alright, so I gotta do this again. Yeah, sphere. It's not the biggest sphere. That's already been captured. This guy is just wandering the. This guy's wandering the state grounds looking for electrical lines to crash into, apparently. So, hopefully we catch him. I thank you and hope you are too. I'm sick as a dog. I'm sick as a dog. I'm just trying to get through this and take a long nap. I was dealing with it yesterday. I'm having like cold chills. So exciting. So exciting. So exciting. Oh, this thing is weird. I don't know what the... Yeah. What the hell is this? He looks how I feel right now. He looks how I feel right now. Shit. Oh man, that would be epic, right? If the person was recording screams at the orb. What is he looking up there? Google Google capture the kid there. Little circular object. I don't know. Strange structure I found while flying in rural Australia. Yeah, I don't know what this thing is, man. It's fucking weird. Oh yeah, here it is. Alien footage complications. Compilations. Fuck. Yeah, I got fucking music. That's the thing, is like I review them beforehand, but right now I didn't have time to, man. Water erosion canal. The well-known author and presenter of the television documentary Mystery of the Phoenix, John Ethan West. Oh, okay. Showing water erosions. Primitive or modern art? What do you guys think? So if you guys are not familiar, right? What they would do is they will poop and bake it in the sun, and it will carve faces in the poop. So this is a pure story poop that he has in his hat. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. That's not what that is. I don't know what that is. Can you imagine that? That'd be the last rock I fucking pick up. That looks like a face. I call it, it's creepy as fuck. Yeah, it does look creepy. Yeah, right, 84. You can see how the sphincter muscles squeeze out his little neck out for the final design. Okay, I'm done being weird. Okay. If they make poop like that, I don't want to know them. Man. Right? Holy cow, dude. Oh. Yeah, they're definitely... I mean, weirder things have happened, guys. I mean, to be honest with you, they have like some coffee that's like a really crazy expensive that comes from like goats poop. Like they force feed coffee to some goats, and then they poop out, and then they get the beans in yeah, some wild stuff, man. So it is definitely weird. It's weirder stuff going around all around here, you know. Type of fossil in the mother of... Let me zoom this. It actually looks pretty neat. I don't know what that is. It looks like a arrow point, right? Like a Indian arrow point. I don't know what the ball in the middle would be. I wonder if it's more design. That is strange, huh? Goat poop coffee. Yeah. People buy it. They spend good money on that goat poop coffee stuff, guys. Spend good money on that. So let's see here. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna need... Oh, they even got the location and then the imaging of that one incident. That actually is pretty darn cool. Calvine UFO followed this path up to Strawn Point to the summit of an Timpan, which is thought to be the most likely location for the alleged Calvine UFO sighting in August 1990 by 2 hotel workers from Pitts-Lacree. That's actually pretty decent. And if you guys are not familiar with this story, in the alleged UFO picture, right? The a MiG comes out and is flying across around the UFO to capture that. Look at this UFO, right? That's in midair, and they took multiple pictures, right? And they just so happen to have a camera with them. Right in the 90s, it's kind of rare to have any camera system with you, but they had, apparently one of them had a camera, and then had the fortitude to was able to take pictures. Now I'm understanding that he took multiple pictures and he only got 2 pictures returned back to him. And he down the street from this location, there was a news report station that he dropped off the footage and told him what happened and all. And it wasn't until 30 years later when a reporter investigation of odd stories in the area stumbled on this story that was never published. It was just sitting in storage. And one day, the man that took this picture gets finally a call to be questioned about his encounter. So that's pretty wild, man. It's pretty wild. It's definitely pretty cool to get where, you know, stories that are lost come back to light after 30 years. And that's very captivating, right? So it's definitely one of those situations we don't talk quite much about. All right, so we're going to head off here. Let's see where we are. Okay, we got some more minutes. We can do that. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. He was expecting that to receive a phone call. Like, I think he was just befouled it and just basically let him be, right? It's weird how things happen and then people just how they react and how they sort of like move on, you know? Not technically a thing, but what is this? Let me open this up. So this does look like a that's pretty wild, right? That is pretty wild. All right, so if you guys are not familiar with man, there's a movie that basically let me get Orion back online here, and hopefully we can narrow down the movie name. Hey, there was a movie a little while back, right? And basically they communicated with using symbols and stuff like that, and the language basically was the interpretation, and they would wind up seeing the future or multiple futures in the language. And it was a well-known female actor in this movie. What's the name of the movie?
It's Arrival from 2016. Amy Adams plays the linguist who deciphers the alien language and starts seeing her own future. The circular writing changes how you perceive time, so learning it gives you glimpses ahead.
Great. Can you send me a link, a hyperlink of the trailer? Or some scenes that characterizes the language?
The official trailer is at youtube.com/watch?v equals T-FMO3UJ4B4G. For the language scenes, try the decoding clip at youtube.com/watch?v equals M8-H5J5380-M. Or the
dude, as long as you don't send me a image of a turtle, bed turtle again, I'll greatly appreciate you not doing that again.
Got it.
All right,
No
so
turtle images. A giant turtle, Not sending any images at all. What were you thinking of?
Let's see if they show here. I got it on mute, guys, because I don't want to get hit with infringement. But you can see right here in the footage.
I can't see your footage since this is audio only.
Right here.
What are you looking at? Still can't see it. I'm audio only.
Hey,
Describe what you're seeing.
Ryan, I'm talking to the audience, bro. I'm not talking to you. Relax. Chill. Just chill, Big Daddy.
Got it. I'll stay quiet. Just let me know if you need anything.
Carl Sagan has said if there's wasn't aliens, this movie would be the most accurate. That's actually pretty cool, Master Machine. Arrival was so good. Yeah, but you can see how this correlates with that, right? That's pretty trippy how reality would mirror this segue. It's definitely very trippy. Amanda agrees with Master Machine on what his statement was. Yeah. So yeah, that is definitely really strange how that segue stranges how that connects, right? Very strange. This is the tripod we were talking about earlier with the shark. That is definitely remarkable footage right there. And we have seen these multiple times through different locations, right? And appearing, this one looks like it's there. But they had other incidents of these things appearing, like showing the circle thing. I don't know how familiar this phenomenon is, as far as around the Earth or stuff. We've seen this in Florida, we have seen this in California, we have seen this over in Puerto Rico, and we also seen the same type of phenomenon in Australia. What really it is, I don't know. And some of them have shown where they are circulating in one location, rotating almost seemingly in one place. So that phenomenon is strange. Don't know if it's alien. I just know that phenomenon has been seen multiple times in multiple locations through the world. So that is a very strange phenomenon. And it does look like an image from the Arrival. Looks like it's a dust cloud coming off of this thing. So that is very strange. Now the location of this, let's see what this location is. Alright, so the poster here, guys, says spotted over my parents' backyard last night. That tells us exactly where the hell it is. Exactly where the hell it is. Right? It tells us exactly where this is. Shit my pants. Amanda's like, I shit my pants if I saw that. Homemade rocketry? Question mark. Hey, what's going on, buddy? What's going on? Sorry that I wasn't on live yesterday. I am dealing with some sickness. Just trying to make it through. So if I make it through without coughing out my lungs, that'd be awesome. So have you guys ever seen Arrival? It definitely looks like that. It's really, really strange how this shows out. What's going on, Dennis? Yeah, so this strange object, which there've been people like really pissed off when people don't give locations. Oh, that hurt. In the comments, people losing their mind. How dare you not give us a location, you mother effer? Yeah, I'm doing all right, Dennis. I'm just trying to get over this sickness. Where do you live? Where do you live? Yeah, exactly. Like, someone's backyard doesn't help, dude. One of my friends helped set the pyro charges up this week. So bags of gasoline, detonation, good times. Yeah, so pretty cool phenomenon though, if I say so myself. So if you guys are wondering what group Reddit forum I'm dropping this in right now, it's actually UFO disclosure and Reddit. So we keep up with the latest and greatest stuff across Reddit and about 15-16 different Reddit forums, and just repost the most populars, right? And we get through those, the ones that have been basically voted up to shit that people have deemed interesting. Thank you, Tennis. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Heavily medicated, and basically I'll see how I feel tomorrow at this point. But I don't want to go to work tomorrow because it's like it's a 14-hour situation where I got to drive up there for an hour and then 10-hour shift and then drive back an hour. That's not good. That's a little bit too much for how I'm feeling right now. Never before seen Australian UFO report uncovered in National Archives. Wow. Okay. Let's get a Ryan on this to see what's going on with this. Instead of us trying to squint, open up the image as big as possible, and trying to decipher this. Hey Ryan, they got a Reddit post here, buddy, and it says never before seen Australian UFO report uncovered in the National Archives. What do you know about this, and what has recently been dropped in Australians UFO reporting in their National Archives?
The Reddit post is from user Grant Lavak, who visited the Melbourne branch of the National Archives and posted photos of reports he'd never seen online before. These tie into the long declassified 1971 Australian Joint Intelligence Report by analyst O.H. Turner, which critiques US handling of UFOs and questions Project Blue Book's conclusions. The files have been in the archives for years, but recent posts and discussions are bringing fresh attention to them.
Okay, because I see here 1968, so that's pretty cool. You got any information on this one that they have captured?
It's the July 28, 1968 sighting near Williamtown RAAF base in New South Wales. 3 meteorologists and a duty controller watched a shiny cylindrical object with cone ends through a theodolite for about an hour, while Sydney radar tracked it from 45,000 feet moving east-northeast. The full memo is in the Reddit post you mentioned. It's one of the never-before-seen files that was sitting in the archives but hadn't been digitized or shared online until recently.
That's actually really interesting. I like the how there's old stuff that comes to flourish, and then we're able to talk about it, right? From Williamstown. Raymond, whereas regional, I can't make out that. All's Day. That's really cool.
The names are Mr. Askey, Mr. Courtcute, and Mr. Harrison from the Bureau of Meteorology office at Williamtown. The report went to the regional director in Sydney, which is probably the Raymond was regional part you caught. It's a solid multi-witness case with radar backup, pretty rare for the era.
So you guys give you a heads up, I'm going to post this on the Reddit forum If you guys want to investigate some more on this caption here. So it's going to be left there. It's going to be deemed under approval. So I still got to approve it, but that's fine. Do a refresh here. Looks like it's not coming through. I'll go through it again later. All right.
Sounds good. I'll be here if you want to pick it back up.
Let's see here. Yes, sir. Sleep heals the body. 100% They see a lot around Spring, Australian military facility. I'm from K-Pack. All right, brother. Welcome, user 614.
I'll be here if you want to dig into that one later.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. All right, so let's get to the home view here. Two UFO sightings in the sky. The same Israeli looking for explanations. July 24, 2026. Actually, let me open that up. That actually looks kind of strange. Did that thing that's going up into the clouds? There's dozens of these. You guys can't see it right here. I'm going to blow this up as much as I possibly can. But it's like dozens of these little orbs in the sky over Israel. Judging the shit out of these people. Judging the shit out. It's like, we know what the fuck you're up to, mother effers. I'm just playing, guys. Yeah, they got these guys sort of like, that's a weird phenomenon. That's a weird phenomenon. That's strange. But then the next one here, I'll blow this up as much as I possibly can. I'm hoping you guys can see it on the live. But it's really strange, right? Dozens of these orbs. Dozens. I want to say hundreds because there's a lot in this image. Looking all judgmental over Israel. This fucking with you guys. Hey, so you guys know I'm like still fucking with stuff. This one is the latest of me messing with stuff. This is on the bottom of the brim of the hat. So I don't know if you guys, I'm like going. So that is definitely still working on the merch, but I definitely want the shit to look fucking straight, freaking custom as hell, bro. That's the only way to do this, man. That's how I feel. Yeah, that is a trip. I don't know what will create that phenomenon, but those orbs did not look pleased. they didn't look happy, man. They didn't look happy at all. They look like they're trying to send a message there. Like, guys, gotta stop your crap. Here we go. So they actually went through. So let me go back here. Someone's CI address. So I did post this one. I don't know why. Let's get this one correct. That went through. Yeah. Let me go back, make sure we got it covered here, because for some reason it didn't went into the form. The one that I'm trying to grab, guys, so you're aware, is the one with the smoke floating symbols. That actually is very intriguing. Can you imagine waking up and you got that floating in front of your face? That'd be scary, man. Let's see if we can't make it to the original post and see what he says here. Alright, so he says, hello all. Reporting a new phenomenon that I witnessed this morning. Recurring contactee experience. Today, while going about my morning routine, I all of a sudden started seeing symbols in the front of my eyes floating in the air like this. No mind altering substance involving symbols looking like this picture. Last night I did at my first CE5, which was successful, and I saw two orbs high up, and I asked if they were for me, if they could get closer if we were uncomfortable. Then one materialized 8 feet above and ground and passed slowly by me before disappearing. A second later, maybe the symbol or part of the continuous contact. Anyone recognize this language? I seems have no idea. So we need Interstellar on this. We need to get Interstellar on this because we gotta figure this out. Let me see if I can open this up. And then what I'm gonna do is, can I download this image? Save image. And then let's get Orion on this. Let's see if we can't get Orion to work these artifacts. Before I forget, I'm gonna repost it on the Reddit forum so we can get more people involved in researching this if I can't figure anything out. Alright, so those symbols of new math. Great question. I don't know. Looks like Asian language. It does. And I'm going to upload you this image of an encrypted message. The reason I'm saying encrypted is lack of better terminology.
Go ahead and upload the image. I'll take a look. Once I see it, I can tell you if it matches any known script or if it's just artistic.
Alright, so I just sent it to you. It doesn't appear like you're registering it.
All right, let's do this. Captain Jenny taking command.
How you doing, Jenny?
Thank you for your heart.
I got the image. It's the glowing orange symbol floating in the bedroom. It looks like a stylized J or abstract mark with dots and lines, not any real encrypted script or alien language from a rival. Purely artistic, made to look mysterious. If you have the original or more context, I can check further.
Hey, that tribe that's in Africa, the one that is one of the oldest tribes known. They describe having a map. They're like, man, I'm trying to. There's a name that's connected to them. It just so happens to be the name of what pilots use on their time. The name of the time, Zulu time, I believe it's called. There's a tribe in Africa called Zulu. I'm trying to remember. Do they have a written language?
The Zulu are a major South African people, not one of the absolute oldest tribes. Those are groups like the San or Khoisan. They had no indigenous written language. It was purely oral until 19th century European missionaries adapted the Latin alphabet for it. The first grammar book came out in 1850 and the first Bible translation in 1883. Zulu time for pilots is just a coincidence. It's named after
Yeah,
the
I know.
military
I know it's a
committee-
coincidence, but it's still connected. Here's another one. Master Machine says Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe? Do they have a written language?
Zimbabwe's main languages, Shona and Ndebele, got written forms in the early 1900s through missionaries using the Latin alphabet. Great Zimbabwe itself left no confirmed writing or inscriptions, just those old traveler stories about an unreadable mark above a door. There's a modern Isiko script someone created recently as a cultural reclamation project, but it's not ancient or traditional.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah. The stories about ancient scripts in Africa often mix real history with later inventions. If something specific caught your eye, tell me more.
Well, someone suggested Purple Haze suggested it does look like a type of coding.
Purple Haze is just a username here, not tied to any real African script.
Bro.
The glowing symbol in
Bro, I know. He suggested that it looks like coding.
Got it. He meant it looks like some kind of code or script. The glowing symbol's still just artistic, but if you've got the original image or more details, I can check it against real systems.
Dude, you're really driving me up the wall. I'm telling you right now. You're getting my this unbelievable. All right, first you sent me a bed of a turtle, talking about undersea creatures. A commercial, a huge bed turtle. Okay, I'm done with you. You're tripping.
I'm not sending any images or turtles.
You guys, we got it on recording, dude. We have it on recording. You sending me a commercial of a turtle on TikTok, of a lady jumping in a huge bed turtle thing, suggesting that it was an underground sea creature.
I didn't send any of them.
Okay.
I've only given you...
Now you're gaslighting me. Now you're gaslighting me. All right.
I'm not gaslighting you. I've been straight with you the whole time. If something showed up on your end, it didn't come from me. If you've got the recording, we can look at the timestamp and see where it actually came from.
Dude. I'm out to copy and paste exactly what you said. Okay. Right, Amanda? This dude is pissed me off, man. Alright, I recorded some object chasing each other around the full moon a couple years ago. So, to be honest with you guys, all I really see here... Okay, never mind. That's actually interesting. I'm gonna pull this back. Pull this back. Okay. Was like at first I seen some candy in the beginning of this. And then it was something flying by. There it is. There it was. There it is again. Ooh, just got a cold chill. So nice. So nice. Purple, I seen orbs last year. Loads like following me. Daytime, I sat lot and meditated with trees. That's interesting. 42008. Geez, script of Tiffany script is what my AI said. That's interesting. Bro, you're missing a lot of them. Just stay still and focus. I don't know, he's like bouncing around. There it is. I see it now. Yeah, the guy's on mute. No music, that's good. Is the sun using a filter? You're saying it's a sun that they're using a filter? Oh, there's one right there.
Yo, what the fuck is that?
There it is.
What the fuck? Yo.
No, he said it was at night. And that's the moon. Yeah, Tony Stark, it's the moon. What the hell did he... What the hell is he doing? Focus, camera guy, focus. That is weird. So if you guys on Spotify, basically he has a footage, he's looking towards the moon, right? Can't keep the stupid camera straight, but what appears is like round little orbs floating, and then it going completely black. I guess he just put on a filter, or he took off a filter here. Because you see how the screen turns? So, I wonder what's up with that. Because you see towards the end there, he has a filter on his lens. Right? It's all blue. And I don't know if that's like a thing, but as it gets towards the end there, it sounds like he was readjusting. And then you see the moon there. So I wonder what kind of filter he was using to get that high blue tint scenario on. Because that is odd. Little orbs floating around. I mean, that could be flies. And then with the stupid filter he had on, made it look like something else. I don't know, but that definitely looks strange. It does, yeah, it does look like plasmoids. It's really strange, and if it's really far away, it's going extremely fast to move around in that type of space, right? So that one is definitely an oddball one. Gonna put it on the post. Get it approved here. I'm just going to prove them as I go, so you guys can immediately look at it when you guys have the chance.
Deploy transcription with just a few lines of...
That's the stuff that gets flagged. Alright, so Dr. Phil... Okay, so before I forget, apparently, I'm going to try to get off the Reddit forum here and go into the X. But before I get off the bat here, I wonder if this is it right here. Eric Davis drops massive bombshell, UFO bombshell.
I want to announce Vetted's brand new merch.
Right, but you need to explain that, because people don't get this. They think you guys go in there and you're kind of talking casually and random things get said and then you walk out confused.
You're putting personnel through.
So if you guys are wondering right now, this is Eric Davis drops massive UFO bombshell, and who's posting this is Vetted. Now, Vetted is being accused recently on Reddit forums of being a CIA agent operative because he was questioning some questions here. So now it's a huge thing across X right now that has recently been going viral. Basically, he questioned. I don't know if it was Eric Davis here. I don't know if it was him, but there's a lot of forums calling him a CIA agent because he's in essence questioning the narrative. I'm understanding. I'm just going on the tail end of this right now, guys. I haven't been really active on the forums, but what I did gather is just that. So we're gonna after this we're gonna go over the X and go into finding out what's going on here.
The paces, and
Who's being discussed right now? Peter Skullfish is asking air-bursting questions.
do that just for rumors. And the grays are like the little ones you saw near the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The little diminutive bodies and really large heads.
Also, so you guys are aware, since Donald Trump has signed the NDA form for people to come forward, Eric Davis is now getting a lot of heat. And the reason why he's getting a lot of heat right now is because a lot of forums across Reddit, across X, are now saying, hey, we got you on multiple podcasts, multiple even I believe Joe Rogan, stating you said, also on American Alchemy, you said that you were going to come forward if Donald Trump signed an executive order to waive your security clearance relative to the subject in hand, UFOs and aliens. That being said, he has done that. Donald Trump has signed basically anybody knowing information about UFOs and anything with these things, right? That you're not going to be affected by your NDA, right? So now the basically the ball's in his court, right? And he hasn't come out or have visit the White House or have did it. That being said, some of these forums are thinking that he's allowed to go public. This is a misunderstanding, okay? What was signed was him available to talk to Arrow in the new UAP task investigation force with I can't remember his name right now. Sorry guys. Basically the new task force that that astronomer guy is using, right? To openly discuss about his experience with that subject, not to come public, not to go public, right? That was basically that. So a lot of these forums that are going after Eric Davis, stating, hey, why aren't you talking about this? Why have you come public? You have an opportunity now to come public. The forum was literally for him, the open Avilo. Thank you, Jenny. Avilo. To talk to those organizations to discuss about his experience, about those his information. So that's food for thought. So there's a lot of things going on in the UFO community that has been going viral as far as discussions, implications, and implications meaning Vetted being a CIA agent because of what he suggested. So I wonder if it's connected to
free cash. You play mobile games, complete some photos he's seen of UFO crash retrievals and some bodies. right? We're going to get into that. And we're going to talk about skiffs. And a skiff is a sensitive, compartmented information facility, something that is often brought up in this community. And it's basically where people go to talk about secret things.
Yeah, so same premise what he's saying, what I'm telling you now. But let's go over there right now. Because what I'm understanding, it's been getting heated up over there. As far as what is the blogs and UFO communities talking about. I'm sure it's not gonna take us long to, what's this about? Picture your money growing on no thank you. What? I like the footage when they're breathing all hard in the camera when they're looking at something mysterious. It's something about that. It's just something about that is very exciting. It makes you feel like you're there, right? It feels like you're holding the camera yourself. Alright, so this is 1998 footage apparently. This viral video shows an unidentified flying object, large dimensions, and rural landscape. Although many recordings of unidentified anomalous phenomenon UAPs remain without official explanation, most are not confirmed as extraterrestrial technology. So that one is definitely the heavy breathing. Don't know if it's true. Very strange, to be honest with you. Former CI officer Jim Simmons then asked $1 million question about if they found something earlier on exotic dangerous. Okay, let's check out what he says here.
First of all, try to stave off panic. Second thing you do is you don't screw up the telecommunication system, which, like I said, is very, very primitive. So you hide this. You keep it away. You keep looking at it. But again, you don't want to panic the public. And or what if they found out very early on something very, let's say, dangerous or exotic about this that would completely upturn, the way people think about life and reality in general. I wrote a paper recently on disclosure. It may or may not get published. I don't know, but it has to go through the agency first. But and I talk about this concept. And for me, UAP and the phenomena, I don't care too much about the nuts and bolts of it because, let's say we have downcraft. I have it on good authority that we do, anywhere from 9 to 20, and let's say we don't understand it at all. I mean, we've been looking at this thing forever. We can't figure it out, right? And the technology might be 30th century technology as far as we're concerned. But let's say we had a communications with non-human intelligence, some species. And let's say we listened to them, heard them, and maybe they explained a little bit about what they can do. I mean, and what they have done. We could see now, the technology is just absolutely incredible. They can appear, disappear. It looks like they're able to manipulate energy and or possibly space-time. Is Hal Puthoff and Eric Davis talked about this in the Age of Disclosure, and I think That's the common theory right now that's going on in the government about what they think about UAP. It is highly, highly complex and very, very strange. But what does that actually mean? Well, if you look at, I mean, I talked to somebody once and I asked them, and I said, well, you know, where do you go to study this? I mean, do you go to an experimental physicist? Do you go to a theoretical physicist? Do you go to an engineer? And the answer is you probably go to all of them. But you also go to a psychologist, and you also go to religious scholars, and you also go to social scientists, because all of these disciplines, they're racked up on top of one. They're all involved in this, and there's no way you can escape that. So if you're looking at this, and I mentioned this in the podcast a few times, we're all used to living in this universe, this reality. It's a consensus reality. A consensus reality based on our sensory package that we're all born with, which is highly limited. And so we're seeing things. I know, I had a friend of mine who was a younger guy, and he was all disillusioned about this and that, questioning life in general. And I said, you're looking at reality, or you're looking at your life through a very closed lens.
Yeah, that definitely. I think there's a lot of layers to this, guys, and I think a lot of people subject it to one lens, and it's complicated. Yeah, Eric Davis. Let's see here. There's one with Reddit, right? See what's on the blogs here about Reddit. All right, so Patrick from Reddit questions if UAP GERB really has source in the UAP legacy program. Why isn't Eric Burleson getting UAP GERB to give up his spaces because they don't exist? Why is UAP GERB allowed to have such a secret resource? I don't think GERB is lying. He's just... Alright, so I guess this is what has have a lot of people discussing this. Literally what was said here. Now, hopefully this doesn't have any music.
So he's watching this, he's thinking, you have no idea, Patrick. Yeah. So why isn't Eric Burleson getting UAP GERB to give up his sources? Right? These are people within the government. Because they don't exist. Why would UAP GERB have such secret sources? And he just allowed to walk around? You don't think China, Russia would be going after this podcaster who came out of nowhere a few years ago? Again, like I said earlier in the video, I don't think GERB is lying in the sense that it's not like he's not talking to anybody. He's talking to people. It's just that the people he's talking to aren't in some secret UFO legacy program. And GERB is utterly convinced that that's what it is. And I'm sure if he's watching this, he's thinking, you have no idea, Patrick. Yeah, I bet you have no idea. So why isn't Eric Burleson...
So he has apparently this has given the UF community a huge backlash. A huge backslash here on apparently not GERB, but on Reddit. People are like really pushing back on this narrative here. So either and he has a question about Eric Burleson too. So I think the questioning has got people really up in arms. Is how dare you ask these well-known UFO investigators their sources and stuff. So I don't know how that would flip to people going after vetted. I mean, because here's the thing, we're in the community to question everything, right? We're in a community to talk and discuss just about everything in the group, right? So it's one of those things, guys. It's like if we're not, I'm like trying to adjust my fucking hat. Trying to fucking adjust my hat. Okay. If we're not questioning, what are we doing, right? If we're not questioning the narrative, what are we doing? I think prospectively, I mean, it's reasonable to question. I don't think he was out of line, right? I don't think he was out of line. Because, I mean, a lot of people are asking the same questions, right? Why hasn't Eric Bernstein went to the White House and started talking about all his information? Why hasn't Gerb did the same thing? It's been about a little bit over a week now that Donald Trump gave you free reign to go and give the information that you need to give to the people that are doing these investigations, and give them the opportunity to vet some of the stuff you're saying to get to the truth, because that's all we really want, right? We just want to get to the truth, whatever may case that be, right? So, and I don't think that's too much to ask, right? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, is that one of the things that that we're coming down to, the dogma and just literally not questioning what the narrative is being broadcast to us? I mean, that's subjectively what this community is about, is to question the narrative. I mean, if we're not questioning the narrative, what the fuck are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
Thank you for your heart.
So I don't know if it more not the community, but followers of certain groups of people following Gerb here, or following Eric Bernstein, and are staunch followers of them, that has created this backlash phenomenon towards Reddit. And I think that's probably what's happening. That's my best speculation on what could possibly be happening, because I just don't see people going to bat with any type of person to go after one other person without inherently subjectively you're like, I'm his team, I'm on his team, and they're having backlashes on that. So that's just a viewpoint of mine that I see, that I can see playing out, to be honest with you. Yeah, so let's see here. Now, I wonder if Eric Davis have said anything about this, because it is floating around there, right, guys?
Dimension. So if we were to see that dimension, we would see the ripple dimension. So if
you guys know who this is Tom Hudson. Is it Tom Hudson? Fuck. Damn, what the hell is his name? It's not Tom Hudson. Because you see Eric here.
Doesn't really move. Doesn't really move. The warp bubble around it moves through space.
That's right. That's right. Because the warp bubble is space. It's curved space. So you want the warp bubble to take you through space, because there's no speed limit for curved space-time. You could warp space and have it move, but there's no upper speed limit. It's not carrying information, therefore it's not limited by the speed of light, according to special theory of relativity. The warp drive can go any arbitrary speed it wants to, anywhere from 1 mile per hour up to thousands of times faster than light.
Okay, here's more of a speculation. Doesn't really move.
So I don't know why he has a whole bunch of these together like this. This is weird. James Woodward, Ashton, Forbes, teleportation wormholes are real. Okay, so that's what this is about. He just has a whole bunch of connections here. Eric drops massive UFO bombshell. Pay attention to the part. Okay, so that's going to sound like a song.
Did you lead the investigation into UAPs?
I did. Unless someone shows you.
So the guy who's talking right now is James Erdman III, whistleblower, former senior CIA operation officer.
To UAPs.
I did. Unless someone shows you first-hand evidence of an alien, unless someone shows you first-hand evidence of an item that is being, whatever it is, reverse engineered, or unless people come forward and say, here's the evidence that this is the crash retrieval program, you should maintain a healthy degree of skepticism. be very cautious about what is being released publicly about UFOs.
Why cautious?
Because there's a whole crap ton of disinformation out there and lies, and there's grift. We have to be very, very careful.
Did you come away from the UAP investigation believing that there are communities, civilizations, life forms outside the Earth?
No, not from the investigation. Personally, I want to believe that. I would like to believe that, but no, from the investigation, I did not come away believing that there are UFOs.
The first question I have for you is more personal. What's it like to hold information that you want to get out to the public that you can't? Because I know you've spoken a lot and you say what you can say, but there's a lot I imagine you want to say. What's it like personally to hold information you know that could change the world forever?
It's difficult. I just compartmentalize it so it doesn't overwhelm me.
When you're in a secure compartmented information facility, you're not hearing rumors when you're in a skiff and you're being
no,
briefed.
this is
right. But you need to explain that, because people don't get this. They think you guys go in there and you're kind of talking casually and random things get said and then you walk out confused.
You're putting personnel through the paces, and you don't do that just for rumors. And the grays are like the little ones you saw near the end of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. The little diminutive bodies and really large heads.
Is that the one you saw in the photos, the grays?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fascinating. Okay, and I don't know how much information you can give about these photos. Was it some of the famous crash sites that we've heard about over the years? Is it
no, this was foreign intelligence collected, so this is a foreign crash, and that's classified, so I can't get into that. But it is the photos I saw came from the site of a foreign crash retrieval during the Cold War.
The music. Yeah, that is pretty interesting, right, guys? And I think at the end of the day, man, I mean, as we go forward here and it's open season, basically, to question these people and to get them to question us to push for them to start opening the lines of communication with the White House and with Aero and different departments. I think inherently we gotta question it too, right? We gotta go forward and do what Ved is doing, even though now he's getting compounded with fucking a whole bunch of shit. But I mean, here's the reality: if we're not doing it, man, who's gonna be doing it? You know? I mean, some people say that doesn't help the community, but I think it vets out shady characters and people that have continuously said things, right? Now, and here's another thing. This is in the past few weeks, right? We have James Carbell stating some things about what he was going to disclose and stuff like that, and then when he was questioned about it, so no, I already disclosed everything. But he did seem like he wanted to. He had more information, right? So that being said, either you had more information or you just were trying to sell tickets to your documentary, your movie, right? Because in June, in the month of June, he suggested that if the White House don't drop some real footage, that inherently that I have a dead man switch. That basically bring out more information relative to extraterrestrial technology, about these everything he mentioned in the chat, right? So it aligns what they've been stating, right? And it's like, dude, and then the turnaround after being directly questioned, it's like, well, I dropped everything I have. If you have any more stuff, you go get them, Tiger. You go get them, Tiger. You know, it's like, come on, man. It's like, what the hell was that about? All right, so check this out. We have Ross Cohart, Eric Davis told Congress about NHI type recovery from crash the Nordics, the Greys, the Mantis, the Reptilians. Who are they? Are breeding with? No idea. David describes them as humanoid forms with 2 arms, 2 legs, and broadly human body plans. Ooh, just got a pain there. So much BS out there. Don't know what to believe. I agree. And I think it's healthy. It's healthy to question, man. It's healthy to question. I don't know what. It's healthy to question, man. Even if it's Stephen Greer with his mints of information and all this other crap, it's healthy to question the narrative. It is. And if we're not doing that, what are we doing? Right? All doom always has been. Now there's a group of spiritual, everything's fine, and we got a group of the section of that too. That's going on too.
Reptilian. You hear all sorts of stories. I mean, as Eric Davis told Congress, I think under oath, no less, there are 4 species of non-human beings that he was aware of: Nordics, Greys, Mantids, and
Reptilian.
Reptilian.
I'm here for you.
And look, who are they breeding with? No idea. But what I do find fascinating is that, a large part of
bro, this part right here, right? Who are these guys breeding? First of all, why do you have to be breeding with anybody? Let's get that right there. Why do they need to be doing any of that? Why is sex on the topic with these creatures? Why? What? They're here. Why do they have to be having sex with anybody? That makes no sense. Like, first of all, when Eric Davis mentioned about these creatures, he didn't say anything about doing the nasty deed with none of these creatures. Nothing of the sort. It makes no sense to me. Like, but this guy, Ross Goldhart, is like, who are we gonna have sex with? Like, what? Why do you have to be breeding with any of these guys? I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me at all. That makes no sense. Amanda's like, yeah, they might breed with plants. Right? Like, it makes no sense. That is exactly little more than just breeding with him. Laugh out loud. No, 100%. Like, no one has asked, like, who are these guys breeding with? They're here investigating and probably doing test samples and taking DNA, blah, blah, blah. Who said anything? Who said anything that these creatures are, especially this guy? This guy shows up in your living room or something? Seriously, are you thinking, hey, this is I gotta get down and busy. I have to expose my naughty bits. Like, what? Where does that come in the topic, right? There's nothing. There's no discussion with naughty bits being exposed and being touched with these insectoids. I'm just saying. That's not. Yeah, there's been stories of reproduction stuff going on, blah blah blah. But look at his grin, dude. Let's start there. Right? Like, it makes no sense, man. Stephen Greer, man, that guy, he's suspicious. This guy's suspicious. Just saying, he's a little suspicious with this alien sex talk. I'm just saying.
you know, a large part of human physiognomy, if you look at our brains, it's essentially a bolted-on reptilian brain with a slightly more advanced hominid forebrain attached to it. Where did that come from? Natural evolution? Maybe, maybe not. Interesting. I don't know, but certainly I don't have insights like that into the hybrid program. If anyone does, you know where to find us. You hear all sorts of stories.
Her face.
I mean,
her face. That says it all. It's like this guy has to talk about that. That's awesome. He's in need for some insectoid. He's definitely desperate need for it. Yeah. Oh no, he's Ross Cohart, Master Machine. That's Ross Cohart. Breaking. Dr. Eric Davis claims George Bush confirms 1964 was contact event.
Not the junior, not W, but George Herbert Walker Bush, and GHWB. And so we had a series of phone calls where he would call me a lot, and he'd be in transit somewhere, and he would have some time to chat with me. And so we would probably have about 20, 30 minutes to chat, maybe even less several times. And I would cover a lot of the significant topics. Now, the points of focus here was his induction his confirmation as the new CIA director in the Ford administration. And so he's now the incoming CIA director, and he's now being officially briefed by his directorate chiefs. Those are the deputy director of the Directorate of Intelligence, Science and Technology, operations, this and that and the other thing. And so during one of his briefings, he meets with his DOD liaison officer. And his DOD liaison officer is a uniformed officer who was not identified to me. I don't know what rank the man was, but he's uniformed service. And he comes over from the Pentagon because he liaisons in his job serving the Secretary of Defense. And actually, back in those days, he would have been in Chris Mellon's old job. He would have been the Assistant Deputy Secretary of Defense for Intelligence. I think that's the title. But that was the number 3 man or number 3 position in all of the DOD's structure. So this guy worked for that individual, and his job is to liaison with the CIA director or any of his subordinates that he designates. So Bush is getting read in to get up to speed on everything. He's starting his new job at the CIA, and the liaison officer mistakenly thought that Bush had been read in on the UAP subject. And so he started blabbing off about the latest on that. And Bush said, no, wait a minute, what are we talking about here? And the liaison officer told him, I thought you had been briefed on this by your senior staff. And he said, no, actually, I haven't been briefed on that topic, if yet, or if at all, I have not. And so the liaison officer then had already let loose the information. So he went ahead and completed the rest of that briefing. And that's when Bush learned about a landing at an Air Force base in New Mexico by a UFO, humanoid type, non-human intelligence came off the craft and actually met with uniformed senior Air Force officers and some civilian CIA personnel. And
okay,
they went off.
And you're referring to an event that is often just called the Holloman landing.
The
Holloman Air Force Base in April of 1964.
That's right.
Good times. Good times. Yeah, he's definitely giving some information out, but question is it gonna all be vetted at the end? You know? Pushing backyard sale trailer park style project blue beam cheaper for the 2% to allies as aliens. Yeah, basically. It's like, hey, where are your friends? Yeah, he's all over the board. But yeah, that's definitely the monolith on one of was it Saturn's moons? this thing has been questioned a few times, right? So this is a real thing. This is a real thing. Let's see what he says here. David, Luis Elizondo. Hopefully there's no music here.
To be on the lunar surface. And there's also photographs that I don't believe have been made public yet that show on the lunar surface what appear to be large monolithic structures with right angle cuts that appear to be on the lunar surface. And I believe those photographs, if they have not been released yet, may be released soon. But they are certainly very intriguing looking at these objects from space. There's also photographs.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, man, you even have an astronaut talking about monolith on a different space body, right? Suggesting the same thing. Is like, you know, there's a monolith on a different moon besides our moon. He doesn't mention about the moon one, right? He mentions about the one that that's on one of the moons of Saturn, I believe. But it's the same ordeal. It's the same ordeal. Like what is being told and what is being shown is two different things. And I think inherently we are definitely being fed a narrative here to forgo whatever conclusions they want us to do, right? And I think that subjectively is being touted here, because here's the thing, right? You got Luis Elizondo talking about a monolith on our moon, okay? Now you have let me bring up Ryan here to hopefully we can. Hey, all right, so I'm listening to Luis Elizondo here talking about a monolith on the moon, right? Now, I think it's Neil Armstrong, or Neil, I can't remember his last name, I think it's Armstrong, that walked on the moon. One of the astronauts talking about a monolith on another moon somewhere else. I believe one of the moons of Saturn that talk about a monolith that he suggested, something like that.
Elizondo's talking about unreleased photos of large rectangular structures with sharp right-angle cuts on our moon. The astronaut you're thinking of is Buzz Aldrin. He mentioned a monolith on Phobos, one of Mars's moons, not Saturn. That Phobos thing turned out to be a natural boulder.
Give me the link to that, because they had the images of that thing, and that thing looked huge.
Here's the Phobos monolith from the 1998 Mars Global Surveyor photos. It's the big rectangular boulder casting a long shadow. Wikipedia has the direct links, en.wikipedia.org. For Elizondo's recent comments on unreleased lunar structures, the New York Post piece is the clearest, nypost.com. The actual images aren't public yet.
Okay, so it's not public what Luis Elizondo is suggesting, which is fine. But the one you sent me here, that shit looks like a monolith. That big boulder looks like a monolith to me.
Yeah, that Phobos boulder does look strikingly rectangular, with a sharp shadow. It's easy to see why it caught attention, but higher res images and the surrounding terrain show it's just a big ejected rock from an impact crater. Elizondo's talking about something different on our own moon, with those right-angle cuts he described. The actual Phobos photos here if you want to zoom in yourself. commons.wikimedia.org.
I see it. I see the imaging. Let me fix the photograph here. But you got it right there. But then the first initial one, we see it right here. This, I believe, this 1998. That crap looks like a monolith. But all right. So the new red stuff looks, it's right behind here, which is doesn't really give us what we want here, right? Because now it's like farther back, and it's like It has no shadow. It's like very shiny now. So, all right. So the suggesting of the monolith thing has been brought up a few times already, right? You got Luis Elizondo, you got the astronaut suggesting it. Who else suggested monoliths? Because that's the two ones that I know.
Richard Hoagland pushed monoliths and artificial structures on the moon and Mars for decades. Ephraim Palermo first spotted the Phobos boulder in the photos, and physicist Maneli Darakshani recently argued it deserves a closer look.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's definitely one of those wild situations, man, we have discussed for a while now. Government has proof of three competing extraterrestrials. Let's check it out. This is, you guys are gonna recognize the name. Let me hear Linda Moulton Howe.
The public.
Oh, fucking music shit. That just messed my day up right there. I don't know why people do that, man. Just want to hear it.
Yeah, that's a
Okay, so this is UAP Lugige. Don't know how to pronounce it. Breaking news: whistleblower Matthew Brown is being interviewed right now, live on Judicial Watch. Discussing pathotopics. Okay, let's see how this breaks down. Hold on here. What's going on, Pipeline Dreams? How you doing? Yeah, Pipeline Dreams. 2001, Master Machine says 2001 Space Odyssey is an 1968 movie. The first landing was 1969. Launch date July 16th, 1969 from Kennedy Space Center. Cool. What is going on, buddy? All right, so this is Matthew Brown. He's been interviewed, and it's like a crap load of questions. Matthew Brown recently came out, I believe it was last year, as the whistleblower. He lost his job and all this other stuff. Looks like he lost a little bit of weight too.
Yeah, that's a broad question, but to keep it simple, first, I was never formally read into this program. It was something that I discovered doing some volunteer duty to clean up our files back in 2018 when I was at the Pentagon. Misfiled, clearly, improperly labeled as well. Attempted to report it through sort of my chain of command and got all sorts of strange reactions. And eventually just kind of went away and sat in the back of my mind for years until David Grush came forward in 2023, and some people I met before then as well around the UAP topic on the inside of the sort of intelligence and military community kind of started briefing me on the lapse in oversight, if we will call it generously, with what's gone on in our government regarding the UAP issue. So what is the program? I have a limited insight into it. Based on my exposure and what I've learned since then, it appears to be an operational SAP, ran out of the White House National Security Council as an operational SAP. That means basically it's something that governs our day-to-day operations in the real world with our military, right? It's not about building a bomber or running spies. It's about, basically our conduct of warfare from phase 0 all the way up to the actual conduct of boots on the ground. And this specific operational SAP had within its remit the intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance of the UAP. And what was labeled as RV or ARV. That acronym was not expanded at the time, but since come to learn that most likely tracks with the military term Advanced Reconnaissance Vehicle or Reconnaissance Vehicle. There's some information out there that says it's a alien reproduction vehicle or a reproduction vehicle. I never came across those terms on the inside. That's kind of been labels applied to it since. What do all those acronyms mean? Well, it's very strange things, performing strange maneuvers in very restricted areas around.
Yeah, this is super intriguing, man. With when Thomas here, he posted on his X, and he has systematically been posting cryptid messages, very oddly cryptid messages, since he's come out as a whistleblower, and people have tried to dissect that, and he's been questioned directly about what does he mean with some of these encrypted messages, and it's just an ongoing thing with him. Like, he's been consistently just trying to say something without trying to say something. If you guys are not aware, I'm going to say this for the first time. I might get flagged, but a lot of people are talking about the asteroid that is supposed to swing by us by 2029, and people have talked about how this is an open forum on why disclosure is being pushed forward, because the gate hole in which this asteroid needs to go through is not very big, right? And if it doesn't go through this quote unquote hole between the moon and Earth, that it's going to come turning right back at us in 7 years. 2030 something, right? Now, that has been picking up a little bit, and I am always on that forum, and the reason why I am is what we've seen with throughout Atlas was with certain information disclosed to us, and then certain information rewritten and explained to us again multiple times throughout the trajectory of throughout Atlas, and they subjectively removed a lot of data before publishing it, and NASA was called out on that. They found out that NASA was removing data before publishing a lot of their tracking information of throughout Atlas, right? Basically, and their argument, NASA's argument, was that it was unusable data. But that being said, unusable or not, it should have still been released to the public, at least. I believe the same premise is happening with this asteroid that's supposed to come by 2029. That there's some data that is being disclosed, and not necessarily all the data is being released as far as this phenomenon. And inherently, that comes with in question on what's going to happen to us as far as what this asteroid may or may not do. You know, of course, all what I'm saying is pure speculation on my part to give you guys a fair assessment, but I do push on that narrative that this, as research studies come out and people talk about it and publish certain information about this, keep your eyes peeled, because as this thing gets closer to us, we're going to hear more and more about it, and how much of small of a window this thing has to travel through to subjectively be pushed back out into the universe again. Food for thought. Not a necessary fear campaign, but keep your eyes peeled, to be fair, right? If you guys been here so far, man, I appreciate you guys. Pipeline Dreams, what's up? It won't let me post about Lil Wayne's song, Alien Autopsy. Bro, send me a message and just make a AI song, custom song for your thing, dude, so you don't get flagged. If it's inspired by Lil Wayne, man, just do like what some people do, is just rewrite the song. That's all, brother. That being said, you guys take care. And if you guys been here this long, you are disclosure.
What you know about rolling with the grays in the fleet? When your mind goes blank, got abducted in your sleep. When you humans talk too much, reptilians take a seat. Yeah, I feel like a hybrid in the deep elite. What you know about flying in a plasma stream? When your brain gets zapped, it's the cosmic beam. When the humanoids show up, everything gets serene. I feel like an envoy in a starship dream. She say that I'm weird, damn straight. I'm like, you ain't seen the sphere. I believe in UAPs, don't believe your TV. She keep